Welcome to Cellular Transport, the role of the cell membrane.
An interactive science tutorial for students like you.
By the end of this tutorial, you should be able to define the function or job of the cell membrane. This membrane is a selective barrier that moves material into and out of the cell to maintain stability or homeostasis of the cell. Before we get started, you should already know a few things. All organisms are made up of cells. Animals, plants, and bacteria are all made of cells because the cell is the basic unit of life. There are two main types of cells, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Prokaryotic cells include organisms like bacteria. The biggest distinction between the two cell types is the absence of a nucleus or other membrane-bound organelles in prokaryotes. However, for this tutorial, we will focus on the eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells have organelles, or tiny organs, that have particular functions for the cell. These jobs keep the cell stable and help maintain homeostasis. Earlier we mentioned that the cell membrane helps with maintaining stability of a cell. What does this mean exactly? Maintaining stability is called homeostasis. Homeostasis is the cell's ability to maintain a stable internal environment that allows cellular processes to occur. Think about a cell as a functioning city. It takes a lot of different jobs or responsibilities for a city to function properly. Think of each organelle within the cell as having a function or job. Each organelle is in charge of making sure something runs smoothly. If there is a problem in one part of the cell, it could cause the entire cell to have big problems. Cells need oxygen and other chemicals to live and maintain homeostasis. The cell membrane allows ingredients like oxygen to pass into the cell and waste products to leave the cell. While still thinking about the different jobs of a cell, what do you think is the job or function of the cell membrane? Is to allow things to enter or exit the cell to help maintain homeostasis. Let's look at the cell membrane. The cell membrane consists of a phospholipid bilayer. What is that, you ask? Phospholipids are polar molecules that are perfect for use in a cell membrane. A polar molecule is one with a positive charge on one end and a negative charge on the other. Because of this, phospholipids have a hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tail. Hydrophilic means water-loving, and hydrophobic means water-fearing. When placed in water, these phospholipids line up perfectly, which is exactly the way they line up in a cell membrane. A phospholipid bilayer is two layers of phospholipids sandwiched together like a cookie, with the hydrophilic heads facing outward and the hydrophobic tails facing inward. This configuration is the main reason why some materials can pass easier through the membrane than others. The cell membrane structure allows some things to go into the cell and some things to leave the cell. This is called semi-permeable. The phospholipid bilayer provides the framework for movement of small materials across the membrane. Some molecules may be too large or chemically incompatible to pass between the phospholipids. Proteins, which are made of amino acids, help by serving as a gate or a tunnel. Keep in mind, though, the proteins are selective also. They won't let just anything pass through. Here is a cross-section of a cell membrane. Drag the terms below to the appropriate locations to complete the diagram.